What's going on, you guys? It's Monday. I worked on the Subaru Saturday, and like I was saying, I thought it was the timing issues, and then it wasn't that. And then we put all new spark plugs in it because one looked like it wasn't firing, and that wasn't the problem. Did a compression check on it, and it has good compression on the engine. I'm really at a loss for what's actually going on with that car. I really don't know what it could be. I've tried and tested and looked at everything on it. The only thing I can think is it's tune related at this point, and which oddly enough, if you actually load like a off-the-shelf tune on it from Maxisport, it runs even worse. So I don't really know what it is, and today I'm going to show you guys what is actually going on with the car. I'm going to show you guys it running. It runs and drives like we put new gas in it. I mean, we've done everything. It's just popping at idle. It pops at idle, and it's loud. It's not like a quiet pop, and it's obviously like missing on one cylinder, but it's not. It's like it's running way too rich or way too lean. And I don't know if it's because, because I literally used everything JDM on the car, like JDM intake, JDM throttle body, JDM everything, besides the wiring harness. And I don't know if that's causing it, and maybe that is why it needs a tune. It's really hard to say. But maybe you guys can tell me in the comments, because if I don't fix it this week or figure out what's going on with it this week, I think I'm going to go ahead and post it up for sale for mega cheap to get rid of it, because I'm sick and tired of working on it. I could be building something else or doing something else with that money instead of screwing around with a car that just is fighting me every step of the way. And Subarus takes a special kind of person to work on, and I'm not that person. I like Subarus, but I hate working on them. So, but when I get to the shop, I'm going to show you guys what it runs like. Alright guys, we're here at work now. This is the Subaru here, and like I said, this is the EJ205, I think why it is. I don't know, but like you can see some things I got to do, but we got to get this thing running right. The car came with a 3-port boost controller. I had the stock one in it, and with this boost controller, we got to change some things down here on the turbo. I know it's really dark, but you got 2 lines on the turbo down here. And I put this vacuum gauge on because I thought the wastegate down here, let me get the light. Alright, I got a light now. So I thought the wastegate was getting stuck, but this one's actually boost controlled. It's not vacuum controlled wastegate, and I thought I had it hooked up wrong, which I didn't. But now that I got it all disconnected, I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the 3-port boost controller. And then, like, this is super ghetto, I already know it, but I did this so I could tell, or I could make sure the wires were right on the adapter harness for the O2 sensor, since I'm running the twin scroll turbo on this engine. I also have a bunch of bolts plugging hoses up because it doesn't have any emissions on this car anymore. I got the timing covers off because this one won't come off because the bolt's stripped down at the bottom, but it's in time. Everything's in time. I changed spark plugs out, made sure the cool packs are working. Everything's good. It's not even like it's misfiring, it's just backfiring. And this is a JDM intake with the JDM intercooler and JDM throttle body. So maybe that has something to do with the tuning. I'm not sure. I know you're supposed to take everything from the original motor, the EJ255, over to the EJ205. But this car, I'll show you guys. So this car didn't come with anything. It literally came with engine case half, which I wasn't gonna build because it's gonna be, obviously way too expensive. So this is the parts I got from the Subarus. The US intake, which is broken, has crack in it, and then the two case halves of the motor. That's literally how I got this car, with nothing in it, no radiator, no nothing. And now that, you know, we're so close to getting it running, I've put a new radiator, new condenser on here. I have a new compressor that fits the old style, so all the hoses will work right. It's just this thing will not run right. And this is how you wire up the boost controller for the 3-port boost controller, which, like I said, I'm going to wire that up or run the hoses for it. But anyways, so now I'm going to go ahead and start the car and let you guys listen to it, and I'll show you what it's doing. And y'all, you know, I'm looking for help, honestly. We're all at a loss here. I've literally talked to so many people, and everybody tells me the same thing I've already done. So I don't really know at this point. So before I show you guys it running, I do have the, I think that the intake timing gear, like VVT solenoids, unplugged because the car literally runs like absolute crap with them plugged in. And this is what I'm talking about, are these solenoids right here, right on top of the intake, or the right on top of the head. So this car came with dual AVCS. Obviously the bottom ones are unplugged, and then the top ones are unplugged now, because with them plugged in, it runs absolutely terrible. It won't even stay running. Like, it just misfires non-stop or backfires non-stop. With them unplugged, it runs better than plugged in. So let me go ahead and start it. If you guys can see that or not, but it's shaking. It's shaking really bad. Literally, all the codes in here is for ABS sensor and EVAP stuff unplugged. No misfire codes, no nothing. And then all you smell is gas. It's literally like one cylinder's not working, but yet they're all working. And I don't know if it's because it's, you know, not getting enough fuel or enough timing or enough air. I really don't know, but look at it. Now it's idle down. I swear it looks like it's misfiring. But, like I said, I changed all spark plugs. I've swapped coil packs around. I've changed injectors. I've changed everything. Got good compression. Like, there's really nothing wrong with it. Oh, there it goes. I just fucking scared the shit out of it. And this is what it does when it starts to warm up. All you smell is raw gas, and it misfires. This is literally what it does. But then you go in here and you rev it up. Rev it up just a little bit. The engine smooths out. out, sounds like a Subaru. You let the idle come back down, and it starts acting crazy. It'll even drop. It drops once it gets completely warm. It'll drop all the way down to like 800 RPMs, and it'll consistently pop. I don't know. Like I said, if you guys had, you know, smell vision, all you smell is gas right now. It's like it's over fueling. The AFR gauge is reading good when you rev it up, but at idle is reading really low. Like if you hook the scanner up to it and you look at the O2 sensor. So, I mean, maybe it's over fueling and it's causing it to misfire. You know, I really don't know, honestly. Like I said, we're so close. It's like, I don't want to give up on it, but I've been dealing with this crap for literally like, probably this issue, probably 4 or 5 months now, and I just cannot fix it. Like, I work on it here and there, here and there, here and there, and, you know, come up with ideas, looking at forums, and nothing fixes it. Literally nothing fixes it. So, I mean, it's not an air leak, it's not a misfire, even though it sounds like a misfire. It's something else, or maybe it is a misfire. I mean, I really don't know, honestly. And maybe it's a small misfire causing backfire. I mean, I thought it was timing, and like when you look at the computer, the timing is like fluctuating really bad. Like it's all over the place. And I don't know if that means that it does need a tune. Does it, you know, I mean, I don't know. I'm at a loss. I really need maybe somebody that has legit motor swap one of these and ran into this issue. Like, does it need a tune? Does it not need a tune? You know, is it because the intake is JDM and not US? I doubt it. It's literally the same, just is different throttle body location, different intercooler, which we have the right intercooler. So, I don't know. Like I said, we've smoke tested this thing 100 times, and there is no leaks anywhere on this engine. So, I don't know. That's this car. I'm about to back it out and move on. And here's like it has the thing, it got a brand new windshield in it. It came back and I guess when they were transporting it or whatever, this thing come back and hit the windshield and cracked it. And one other thing we tested too was the fuel pressure, which fuel pressure is good. It's got brand new gas in it. It's got everything it needs to run right, but yet it's not running right. Let me know. Maybe you guys got a different. You know, idea on what's causing this issue. Hold up. I feel like an absolute idiot, dude. Absolute idiot. It's running now. As I'm making this video and as I'm showing you guys, like, you know, bleeding my heart out trying to figure out this damn car. And here it is. Actually running and running right. No popping, no banging, no rough idle, nothing. And let me tell you, I feel like literally an idiot. Absolute idiot. But I mean, it's what parts of, you know, building a car, I mean, is, you know, running into issues and fixing issues, and you know what I mean? Like, it's just, oh my god, I can't believe it. Here, I'm gonna show you guys what was wrong. Look, get him on the light. I ain't able to show you guys. is running fucking, oh my god, dude. Now it actually sounds like a Subaru. Oh my, what a, god, dude. I literally swear on my life, I thought we tried that, but obviously we didn't. Oh yeah. This ain't about to be rowdy, dude. This is the first drive in the Subaru, you guys. And oh my god, it runs good, dude. This thing has been an absolute nightmare. It's getting way too much boost right now, but it is running. Oh my. Only if you guys knew how happy I was about this. Try not to stall it out because I ain't got, the battery's dead. Oh, dude, this thing is literally running like brand new car now. This is crazy. Like, first time this thing's moved in like 4 years. I'm literally still in shock by this, you guys. All because 2 wires were mixed up and a whole year of trouble. And she is finally done. She's got to button everything up. And she is out of here. Like, this is the stuff I was dealing with on this car. This is literally how I got it. Well, I think it's unlocked in the back. Like, look at this. This is literally how I got the car. And with the other box inside the shop. And finally, she is alive. Alright guys, so we're in the Subaru. I got the access port, it fell off the dash over here. But last night we blew the intercooler boot off and the car turned off in the middle of the street. And whatever, we were in a really bad spot and I was gonna videotape it but decided not to because I had the dogs, the wife and everything. And anyways, got the car back home. And we definitely got some things I got to figure out here. One, this window won't go down. And 2, seems like the blow-off valve's not working, even though I have it on the lowest setting. And then 3 is the exhaust is literally on the ground, so I got to put a strap up on it. And then we got to do something about the AC. I got to put the new AC compressor in it. And then we also have a death wobble that comes and goes at like 60 miles an hour. It literally, you hit 60, it'll wobble, and then it'll go away, and then it'll wobble, and it'll go away, even though the front end's tight. I don't know if it's because of the wheel spacers on the car, which I'm not a fan of. So we got to figure out some of those things. And other than that, the car's running great. Besides what happened last night. And but here's a video for what it's gonna sound like here. And there's the death wobble right there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it definitely has a death wobble on it. and I don't know what it is. I don't know if something's getting stuck or like a caliper or something. I don't really know. This is why I wanted to drive it, to figure out all the kinks in the car. So literally, this boot blew off again down here with this intercooler, and I'm literally on the side of the interstate. Look, I just fixed it though. What a legit disaster, you guys. Like, this boot keeps blowing off for some reason. And that was only like, well, that was 14 pounds of boost. So here's the death wobble. I don't know what the heck it is. It literally comes and goes. But we're back on the road again. I'm not gonna push it too hard because obviously I need to like glue that boot on or something, because it literally blows out every time I hit it. Alright guys, so I made it back here to work. So the blow-off valve wasn't working, and I think it was because of all these T's in here. So this was a T, this was a T, this one goes to the gauges right here, and I'm thinking that's why this boot keeps blowing off, because it's not relieving the pressure in the intake when you go to shift. And so like every time it would build boost and then I would go to shift the car, it'd blow the boot. But now it's actually working. You can see it in there. Now it's actually working. So I'm thinking it's fine. And then I think the death wobble's coming from these bushings. Because like I said, it comes and goes. I think both these bushings are bad on the shock. Because I checked all the suspension components before, and it didn't really have a problem. And then I'll show you what else we got to fix. Obviously, we got to swap this compressor over, which I have that already. And then, if you see that exhaust right there, it's hanging down. So I'll get some straps to hold it up. And then I got to put the back seat on. And it's like it's leaking gas, but I don't know why or how it's leaking. So if you look under here, it's all wet up in here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me put the light on here. See how it's all wet? All wet in there. I don't know if it's because the hose. I don't think it's the hose, because the hoses are all dry. I think it's actually the sealing ring on there, which that's like a major fire hazard with that exhaust dangling down, and if the gas is leaking down on the car. And two is I'm gonna put the brackets on here, because I think even like it's solid mounted. It's just I think it needs the bracket. I don't know though. And then we gotta weld the new hinges on, because when it broke, the carbon fiber went through the windshield and dented up all this stuff. And so I'm gonna fix this. And then for the bottom, we're gonna put tabs in it, because that part you can't get no more for the flares. This flare right here you can't get anymore. And even used, they're like $700, and I'm not buying it. So I'm gonna take this one off and remove all the studs and wrap it, and then put plugs back in it. And same thing with right here. I'm gonna fix this and then wrap it so it doesn't look that bad. And same thing this side. I'm gonna fix this and then paint it and then wrap it. And then should be good to go after that, I would assume. That's like the major things with the car right now. What's going on. And then I need to rewire these gauges because the guy literally had them teed into the fuses down here, which is sketchy. So that's pretty much it. And it's got this terrible headliner in it, and like he's painted everything in here. I don't know, it's alright. Then the switch is actually bad because the window just rolled down just a minute ago, so the switch is going bad. So it's a bunch of little piddly stuff with the car, and here soon it'll be completely done. And then, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the death wobble. I'm pretty sure it's probably those bushings up front. I don't know. So we finally got the Subaru pretty much done. I fixed the exhaust down here. It's all nice and flush now. Got rid of the wheel spacers up front. Seems the death wobble's gone. Put the hood on the car. It's not the best fitment. It really needs hood pins. This gap over here, got a mega gap right here and tight gap there. But it's definitely coming together. Oh, let's see. I mounted the access port right here. So yeah, she's coming on together, you guys. Been driving it, fixed the boot up here for the intercooler. Seems to be doing pretty good. The only thing left is the AC compressor. Got to change that over to US and clean it all out. There's stuff all in here, and that's pretty much it. It's literally the last little bit on this thing, and then it's done. And then we got to fix the ABS sensor. That's what all the lights are on the dash. This ABS sensor over here is bad. So yeah, I'm super glad this thing's almost over with. This thing's giving me a run for my money, honestly. It's been a real pain in the butt to work on this thing, on and off for almost a whole year. So at least it runs and drives now. Alright, you guys, so after driving the Subaru for a while now, I have read on the internet about this engine in it. Right now, it really doesn't build any power down low. It starts hitting boost around 4,000 and up. And when it hits 4,000, it immediately builds literally a ton of boost. Like, I'm only hitting 6 pounds, but if I rev it past 4, it shoots up to 20. And I mean, I know people turn back the timing on these cars to get the low end horsepower as the original engine in this car, but I think that's why it blows the tires off all the time. And look, I'm sitting here at the Chick-fil-A drive-through trying to get me some breakfast this morning and going to get parts from BMW and O'Reilly's and stuff, just trying to test the car out. I did drive it home the one night, left me stranded twice, and now I'm just floating around Richmond trying to get the hang of this thing and work out all the kinks. Alright, you guys, so once again, this is not for YouTube or anything. This morning, is this evening now, but this morning I come here to O'Reilly's, which is right here, and leave the Subaru running this morning while I'm in there getting parts for other vehicles. And literally, the car is running outside and it just shuts off. I'm like, okay, like something is definitely wrong. And we go to start it back up, and it's smoking really bad out the exhaust, and it smells like straight gas. It's like the engine just got hung and died. And So we looked at it really quick. I'm like, well, I ain't trying to cuss. But the motor I thought was locked up, and it wouldn't spin over. The starter was just kicking, and I knew that at a quarter of a tank it was out of gas, and I was just testing my theory on it, and I think it ran out of gas here, I'm pretty sure. But then something else happened, and look at this. Look at this. I just changed this in their parking lot. Look at this starter. The starter broke off. This got lodged in the engine, or in the clutch, and then this piece is still missing. And I'm a little sketched out to even drive it. I got it running again, and it doesn't seem like this is messing around or banging around inside the clutch or the flywheel, but this was wedged in the flywheel. And as soon as I pull this out, put the starter back in, I tried to crank it, and it fired right up. But the engine, I think, was flooded. And because there's just nothing but gas running out of the, there's literally nothing but gas running out of the muffler clamp down at the bottom of the engine. Like, I don't know if you can see that or not, but this spot right here is gas from leaking out the exhaust, and I'm pretty sure it's because the engine just immediately stopped and it just dumped a bunch of gas in there, and now it's leaking out, but it seems to be running fine, so we'll see. And a little sneak peek here too, this car is back up and alive. More to come on this one. I gotta make a video about this car still. So, but as of right now, this is the Subaru. I come in here to rob the plate off of it and then put the starter on it. So